I never use the same exact plan with another client. So that's also interesting, is that it's very personalized. And that just goes to show that you do have to find the tweaks. You do have to understand your body, your mind, the way it's working and how it's relating to your struggle. And therefore, what tactic is going to relate most with your success.
Welcome to What I Love About Sex, where some incredible guests and I, Steph Kanowski, will be bringing you the tools for improving your sex life with topics such as sex issues with your partner, sexual self-confidence, premature ejaculation, sexual shame, masturbation, sharing your fetishes, orgasmic pleasure, and more. Sex is still so taboo, and I personally believe that by improving our understanding and communication skills around sex, we can enhance our own self-pleasure as well as deepening our long-term romantic relationships. So listen in, try to stay open-minded, and let's get started.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode on the What I Love About Sex podcast. So a couple episodes ago, I spoke to you guys, especially struggling with PE, premature ejaculation, about the habit of belly breathing. It's so important. It's such a good habit to build. And when it comes to overcoming struggles or dick-related concerns like premature ejaculation, erectile dysfunction, delayed ejaculation, what it takes to overcome these things is consistency in building the right habits. So the belly breathing being one of those habits. And it's not something that you just think, all right, when next time I have sex, I'm going to breathe more. It's noticing in your day-to-day functioning how relaxed your body is and intentionally teaching yourself how to relax and intentionally training your body to do what you tell it to do. You have to become the master of your body so that when you're in a predicament, that when you want to calm down, you're able to have that control. So another habit I want to share with you today on this podcast is the habit of reframing your thoughts around sex. When you think of sex, what do you immediately tell yourself? Because when you're thinking of it, you're saying things in your head like, oh, that would never happen for me. Or if only this would work. Or I could never do something like that. Or I could never last that long. Quickies could never be a thing for me. When you say things like this, it tells your body, it once again trains your body to believe those things because you're constantly having them on repeat. And something that works really well for my clients is this consistency of habits. It's why I take on one-on-one clients, men who are struggling with sex concerns in their communication skills or in their self-talk because they're always talking themselves down and they can't get out of their own head. Men who need help building consistency in physical practices to help them overcome these psychological blocks as well as the physical ones. The consistency is what matters. If you don't have this consistency around especially how you're breathing and regulating your nervous system and also how you're talking to yourself, and you're not consistent in feeling in control of these two things, plus whatever ones relate to you most personally, then it's going to be really hard to overcome your challenge. And I see a lot of guys not being able to overcome their dick-related concerns, especially, not because they aren't capable of overcoming them. They are, because when I work with one-on-one clients, I've never had a client not see major progress in the area he came to me concerned with. I truly haven't. I'm not just saying that. So it's really like making me think, like, what is it that's so different about my one-on-one clients versus these guys who are having these struggles that maybe I don't have that one-on-one attention with? And it really comes down to, when I think about it, the consistency of not just putting in the effort, but putting in effort, talking to me about it, maybe realizing they weren't doing it properly, and then me kind of tweaking it and helping them stay consistent with the tweak and doing it correctly, and then it's effective, and then they get that reward system over time of doing it, sharing it with me, getting the reward of being like, yeah, I did this thing. Because when you set out for a goal and you keep on top of it, that actually raises your testosterone levels. So it feels good to have someone who's, depending on you to do this thing, and then you do it, you follow through, and then you get good feedback, that's a boost of testosterone, that's a boost of confidence, that's a boost of knowledge. You're learning about your body, about yourself, about what you can do better to overcome what you've been struggling with. So it really is a lot of this success is wrapped up in the consistency of habit and an effective habit, not just habit, not just doing it one way and then being like, oh, this doesn't work, but finding the tweaks that will make it work best for you and then continuing on. Consistency is key. And that's really what a lot of it boils down to in terms of working with someone one-on-one with anything, right? Like you're more consistent with your fitness when you work with a trainer. You're more consistent and you feel better about it because there is a reward system tied to just being involved with another person who's cheering you on and relying on you to do that. Then there's more financial gain and reward when you work with a financial advisor, right? You get clarity on it. You know that you're doing the right thing, and therefore it feels good. You gain confidence knowing you're working with the right person, and you're just more consistent in that area of your life. And even if you can't work one-on-one with me or anyone else, the power, you have to remember that consistency isn't just about doing the same thing over and over, regardless of results. The consistency is about doing something, doing it enough to find the tweaks and to find what you're doing wrong and what you can do more of that helps you, and then progressing and moving forward, doing that thing that you know is working consistently. There's a difference there, right? It's doing the same thing over and over again, not seeing results, which is going to drive you insane, which I'm sure a lot of you have done, right? And that's what makes you pull back from even trying anymore. And then there's the consistency of doing it, tweaking it, understanding what's not working, why it's not working, what is working, why that is working, and then being consistent with what is working. And that's when you get to the point of seeing results for yourself. And what makes it tricky is that dick-related concerns, all my clients who come to me have a different background and a different reason why they want what they want. They have a different reason why they're struggling with what they are struggling with. And we have to find different ways. I have to find different ways to help each client because it's never the same exact plan. I never use the same exact plan with another client. So that's also interesting, is that it's very personalized. And that just goes to show that you do have to find the tweaks. You do have to understand your body, your mind, the way it's working and how it's relating to your struggle. And therefore, what tactic is going to relate most with your success. So I hope this helps you just open your eyes and realize that if you've tried something over and over and over and it didn't work for you, it doesn't mean it doesn't work at all, or it can't work for you in another way. So I would go back and look at the tactics you've used in the past, and instead of feeling hopeless, like, oh, this didn't work for me, that didn't work for me, go back to each tactic you've done and really ask yourself, all right, how did I go about doing this thing? If you tried the meditation tactic, how did you meditate? Was it one single way that you tried it and it didn't work, so you gave up? Did you try 5 different versions of something? What were the similarities? What could you have tweaked? And really look into that. Look at all the tactics you've used, how you did it, and how you could potentially do it differently in a way that might help you better. And if you have no idea how it would make you better, then there's people like me to help you, right? My coaching application is always in the link or description of this episode. Plus, there's other people to help you. So find the right help. You don't have to struggle with this thing that you're struggling with. You just have to understand it better. And by understanding it better, you will be able to tweak the tactics to find your success, to overcome your challenge. And I really, really hope you do. I really hope this next year, if you listen to this podcast consistently, right, that you put these things into practice and you do these little exercises that I give you, and it brings you clarity and it helps you realize, wow, I have more control than I thought. And I have never done this thing this way. I've done it this way. So let me try a new way. Let me keep trying. I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to find the best ways to keep going. All right, guys. So that is it. Happy New Year. I can't wait to deliver you more content and help you guys in 2023. Have an amazing morning, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. Talk to you soon.
I hope this episode helped you. If it did, I would love for you to leave me an iTunes review. It would mean the world to me. You can also screenshot your favorite episodes and tag me on Instagram at Steph Kanowski. And before I go, remember, your sex life is as good as you make it out to be. Until next time.